Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. It's your host as always, Dwayne James Johnny Feelgood, and we are here live for New Dawn Rising. That's right, folks, it is the first event of 2026 for the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. A special show for you with our main event 6-man tag team action. The Generation of SCUM take on Shane Carter, Antonio Goldman, and Joey Eagle in what is going to be a spectacular match, as well as for the YouTube Championship. Tora, along with Richard Hawkins, takes on the People's Champion, the Cypher, here tonight. And not just that, Yushihari Itari goes one-on-one with Morgan Stone. And ladies and gentlemen, to kick things off with this special 4-match card, the CAW World Tag Team Championships are on the line. The Warbound Syndicate makes their debut against the Future Foundation. We ain't wasting any time, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading straight to ringside for the action. Again, I'm very excited to be here tonight, folks, and I appreciate everyone that has tuned in to all of our holiday shows, folks. We appreciate it very much, from Underground to Super Slam Showdown to War to Annihilation. Any bit of support, any bit of watching, we appreciate, folks. But we are here at New Dawn Rising, and here is a Tonga and Clayton Marshall making their debut officially. We saw them take out the Future Foundation at the local YouTube show, injuring Hector Rodriguez. They said that they wanted to make an impact, coming from the front lines, a part of the 501st, coming to make noise here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation, and they could by defeating the Future Foundation for the World Tag Team Championships. They certainly have the size and power to back it up, but ladies and gentlemen, the Future Foundation have held these tag team titles now for almost 365 days, ladies and gentlemen. They have proven that they are the very best tag team in the world. They defeated the Natural Disasters, Hall of Fame tag team here in the MPWF at the Welcome to YouTube show. So far, no combination of two men have been able to stop the Future Foundation. That includes the Blood Brothers as well, folks. A very popular and top-level tag team here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. But here we go tonight. Will they lose their tag team championships is the question. I mean, it's the question every time they come up. But they prove us every time that no one can beat them. No matter tomorrow what the gadgets to win today, Lethal Mathematics, and Kid Mysterio, Hector Rodriguez. They have this entire crowd here in Honolulu, Hawaii on their side, folks. And again, after how cold it has been, we needed to be in a warm area. We need to go to Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen. We need to have this show with some palm trees, you know, with some pina coladas, folks. Sipping and getting caught in the rain, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we are here for right now tonight. Major Pain Wrestling Federation, New Dawn Rising. Said each year we're looking to improve upon in the MPWF, and 2026 will be no different. And it is January 1st. It's about to be big time here, folks. And again, how this event all came about, the original plan, ladies and gentlemen, is a little, we peel the curtain back, as I always like to say. The original plan for this event was going to be, we'd be taking polls of the best matches of the year, and we were going to make a video of all the best matches of the year, folks. But then hard drive got absolutely destroyed, and there's no hard drive, so like I've lost like 4 years of MPWF on that hard drive. So as a thank you, New Dawn Rising is here, and again, plenty of things have happened to make it seem like the MPWF is not going to come back, but we've always managed to come back. We've always managed to stay true, and that's what we're going to continue here tonight. So that is the history of how New Dawn Rising has come about. A special 4-match card, ladies and gentlemen. And this ain't going to be a weak 4-match card as well, like we've seen some other ones, folks. This is going to be big time. This is going to be big time. And you hear the crowd here booing. The Warbound Syndicate. And you can see there the damaged ribs of Hector Rodriguez. And they're going to have to battle through that. But like I said, if there's any team that can pull this off, it's the Future Foundation. And again, why does it sound like if they can pull this off? We have no idea what the Warbound Syndicate can do. Right? We've never seen them in action. We've seen them attack people. We've seen them put Rodriguez through a table. But we have never seen what they can do in the ring. So here we go, the bell has sounded, and the first matchup of 2026 here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And Lethal going straight after Otunga, and a shot there. And again, not to mention the fact too as well, folks, the Royal Rumble coming up. One cycle of shows left, and then the Royal Rumble will be on YouTube, and a big sign there by Otunga, with the winner of each respective matchup having a shot at the World Championship at WrestleMania. And it makes a tag, and in comes Clayton Marshall, throwing Lethal off the ropes, and double flapjack there. And again, we know these guys can compete in the sense, again, they went to war, folks. They explained that on MPWF War, ladies and gentlemen, that they have fought on the front lines. You know, they have killed people for real. You know, they've been through it all. And like I said, they said they would have been here in the MPWF a lot sooner, but was fighting for the country. And Lethal fires back here, though. And again, it's interesting too as well, because typically soldiers and veterans are patriotic. Again, Lethal Mathematics from Canada, Hector Rodriguez from Mexico. You know, you would think that the fans would be cheering the Army veterans, but again, it's just the way that they conduct their business that the crowd here in the MPWF don't support. As now Rodriguez, well, look at that, beautiful right there. And again, it's also hard to get cheered because of the Future Foundation, and Rodriguez is pulling moves like that out of his bag here in the beginning of this matchup. And we know Rodriguez wants retribution or a little bit of war, and a sunset flip powerbomb taking Otunga to the floor. And again, Rodriguez may be giving up size, but that has never bothered him here in his career at all, man. It might not bother him, but that is very hard to contend with. And you see how Clayton immediately went to that middle, the ribs, immediately went to the midsection. And oh man, and now look at this here, Rodriguez trying to fight back, and oh my god, the impact off that elbow. That was some nasty ass impact there. And a headbutt by Otunga. And now Otunga got Lethal Mathematics up here, folks. And you know what, the Warbound Syndicate is a team I don't think we can ever have on Super Slam Showdown, ladies and gentlemen. I think they might be a little too violent for that show, if you know what I mean. You can take it away and see it, have it the way you want it, folks. And now, oh my goodness. And Rodriguez fighting back here. And Rodriguez now off the ropes. And Rodriguez with a boot right to the face. And again, to shout out the rest of Core Wrestling, folks. We'll talk about it later tonight. But the MPWF was involved in the Core All-Stars special event, ladies and gentlemen. As well as we want to give a shout out to Madhouse Entertainment for the end of NDP, folks. And again, check out all their episodes. Just because the show is over doesn't mean you cannot watch it. Doesn't mean you can't check it out, folks. And right? So again, we support all Core Wrestling. There's some crazy stuff happening on YouTube space, ladies and gentlemen. We just want to give our support to everyone. As Clayton Marshall ain't giving no damn support to Hector Rodriguez right now. And now, oh my goodness, did you see that? He popped Rodriguez up in the air, and oh man. And now knocking off Lethal Mathematics here. And oh goodness gracious me. You know what, folks? I don't think we've ever seen a team dominate like this in their debut before, folks. Especially against top-level competitors like the Future Foundation. I look at the way they frequent tags. The Warbound Syndicate are amazing, and oh god, right to that midsection there of Rodriguez. Oh my goodness. They have zeroed in on those broken ribs. And they, like I said, they're looking to make an impact. Looking to make a statement, and by God, they already have, folks. Win or lose or draw in this matchup, they have already made an impact here, and again, oh my God. And I don't know how much more Rodriguez can take of this here with a cover, two, and oh man, Lethal having to break it up. Crowd here booing heavily. Again, for the Warbound Syndicate, they will join a very short list of people in wrestling that have won a championship belt in their debut if they are to win here tonight. And I'll make the tag Clayton Marshall. And now Rodriguez trying to make the tag to Lethal, and he does, and he gets it. And in comes Lethal Mathematics. And Lethal knocking Clayton Marshall down. And they're big, but they ain't going to outpower Lethal Mathematics, I'll tell you that right now. And a lethal dive on top of Clayton. So Lethal Mathematics came out on MPWF War, and the crowd responded. Could you imagine again Lethal Mathematics in a single space challenge for the world titles as a bloodline? And a Lethal here. Got him up, and there's the evolution of man. Lethal ain't playing no games here tonight, folks. Ain't playing no games here tonight. So there was a time period where all Lethal ever cared about was the World Heavyweight Championship in the singles division. But the growth in the last 4 or 5 years that we have seen of Lethal Mathematics, to worrying about his friends, to supporting them no matter what, has been incredible to see. It is like a full circle moment. We almost have the Lethal Mathematics of old, ladies and gentlemen, with a new flavor to it. And now, Clayton went for that shot. Lethal moved out the way. And now big right hand here by Lethal Mathematics. And now look at this. Unleashing on Clayton Marshall. And now Lethal Mathematics going to stop a mud hole in him and walk it dry, folks. And a drop kick to the face. I say it, man. These are two men you don't want to disrespect. Warbound Syndicate want to make an impact, but the Future Foundation, top of their game. Even with the injury for Hector Rodriguez. And now Lethal here with a shot to the back there of Clayton. And now Lethal there with a release German suplex off the top turnbuckle. Lethal not even going for the cover, and he does finally. Lethal getting his retribution where he needs it. And Clayton just gets the shoulder up. So we know they're tough, folks. And again, it's not just just because you knew they were tough because they fought in a war, folks. But we're seeing it in real time here in this matchup. And now, wait a minute, Clayton has Lethal, and oh God, what a Michinoku driver there by Clayton Marshall. Modified version there, Lethal kicking out. Again, this is further improving in this incredible tag team division that MPWF War has. As Lethal now going all the way to the top, and now wait, Clayton made the tag into a Tonga. Lethal sees it, and a crossbody, and Lethal takes a Tonga out. And Lethal tell him to get to his feet. Now the thing here, Lethal should make the tag to Rodriguez, but the question is going to be in this matchup, will Lethal make that tag? After the damage that Hector suffered so far, will Lethal keep himself in here? And how dangerous will that be for his team? But wait a minute! Lethal threw a Tonga all the way to the floor. Lethal said the hell with it. And now, next snap, taking Clayton off the top rope. And now, wait a minute, Lethal on the top rope himself, and there's the SSP. Shooting star press to the floor. That's why Lethal Mathematics is one of the best ever. Not on a roster, not just in core wrestling, ever. Period. Full stop. This man now going for the cover here to win this matchup. 2. Oh my goodness. Crowd loving this action here to start off New Dawn Rising. We still have a 6-man tag team main event, women's division action, and a YouTube title matchup here for this show. Now Lethal makes the tag, and he does bring in Hector Rodriguez. Rodriguez is never going to back down for anyone. You want to talk about tough. Lethal Mathematics' partner Hector Rodriguez is triple tough, and there's a Hurricane Rana there to a Tonga, and cashing in here for the cover. 2. No, near 4. Rodriguez gonna back down from no one, and I'll go for the wheelbarrow and a DDT. And Tonga is taking a lot of damage. And now Rodriguez goes for the double foot stop, when he stops him from making the tag. What huge impact there by Rodriguez. And Rodriguez was going for the 619, and it was reversed there by a Tonga. And now a Tonga, oh my God. That is scary power by the Warbound Syndicate, folks. Oh my goodness gracious me, what the hell does he want to do up there? Clayton Marshall, this big man up the top with the swanton, but Rodriguez moved out the way. And Rodriguez here, that would have been it. You want to talk about being squashed like a bug. And now wait a minute here, and he's got him, and oh, what a DDT there. And Clayton Marshall got a little bit of swag to him, folks, with that DDT. And Lethal breaking it up. We are seeing the confidence grow here in the Warbound Syndicate in this matchup. And now Lethal being sent into the buckle. And now Clayton. And now wait a minute. Crucifix cover here by Rodriguez with the cover. 2. No, my goodness. And again, what would it mean for this team out of nowhere? Again, they've beaten the Blood Brothers. They've beaten Maximum Rage. They've beaten the Young Goats. They've beaten the Natural Disasters. And now there's that DDT there by Rodriguez. Beautiful suicide DDT. What would it mean if the Warbound Syndicate was able to score the win here tonight? If I was Rodriguez, though, I'd make the tag. I know Rodriguez wants to get his retribution, but I would make the tag here after a big DDT like that. And another strike here. And I'll look at Rodriguez, though. He's, like I said, no quit to it whatsoever. And he's actually punishing Clayton Marshall right now. And Rodriguez tattooing him with these leg kicks. And now wait a minute here. Rodriguez throwing Clayton to the floor. Clayton landed harder. Rodriguez ain't done yet. Rodriguez gonna dive on top of him. And it's, oh, Rodriguez taking the referee out by accident. The referee needed to get out the way. And Rodriguez zeroing in on Clayton Marshall. And oh, Rodriguez now trying to go for that elbow. Lethal time to get back in the ring. And that's a big kick there. And the referee got knocked out by that drop kick. And now wait a minute. Come on now. Oh, come on now. Clayton Marshall beating the hell out of Rodriguez with the chair whilst the referee's down. Oh my God, Rodriguez screaming in pain. What kind of damage has that done to one half of the tag team champions? Oh, you can see the bruises and welts appearing on the body of Hector Rodriguez, and that is it. Clayton Marshall with the win here. Oh no, Rodriguez still kicks out. Rodriguez still kicks out. But how much more can he take after that? What a vicious sequence, and Rodriguez needs to make the tag to lethal. Rodriguez wants his retribution, but that's not the best strategy. And oh, wait a minute. Rodriguez now has a tonga to the ropes. And Rodriguez going to go for the 619, and he hits it. 619. And he elects not to go for the springboard, and he makes a tag to Lethal Mathematics. Smart there by Rodriguez. Lethal now to the top rope here. And now Lethal with the Phoenix Star Splash, and he hit every single friggin' bit of it for the cover too. No, Tonga still kicks out. Now we gotta start asking questions here, folks. What is it gonna take to beat the Warbound Syndicate here tonight? This is one of the most impressive tag team debuts we have ever seen here. And now Tonga sends Lethal into the buckle again. And now wait a minute, Tonga now has Lethal in that very precarious position here on that top rope. And oh my God, sidewalk slam. Sidewalk slam out the second rope. And now Tonga with the cover, but Lethal kicking out at one. Lethal kicking out at one, and Lethal saying, screw you, and he's fighting back here. Lethal Mathematics kicking out at one, and the X-Factor. X-Factor there by Lethal Mathematics with the, oh, Clayton breaking it up. Oh, Lethal had enough of this. Lethal had enough of this, especially after them taking out Rodriguez with the chair. And now Lethal, wait a minute, Tonga now with a roll-up out of nowhere. Roll-up, small package, no, Lethal kicking out at one again. And oh no, he knocks off Rodriguez in those injured ribs. And Lethal, the big right hand here to Tonga. And Lethal with the small package, the inside cradle of his own here, with a cover, 2, that's it, no! Tonga gets the shoulder up. And oh, Lethal misses that headbutt. Oh, what a right hand there by Tonga. And Tonga throwing Lethal across the ring. What a tag team title matchup this is here to kick off New Dawn Rising, and a back body drop there by Tonga. And he makes the tag, and in comes Clayton Marshall back into the ring, and oh, what a net breaker. And now wait, look at these headbutts here by Clayton Marshall. Oh my God. God, these guys have no remorse. They have no remorse. This is very different to the Welcome to YouTube show match. It was about seeing how good you could be inside of a squared circle. And this one is about destroying their opponents. And Lethal having no choice but to make the tag to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez now catches Clayton Marshall. Lethal took a bad landing on his neck there off that German suplex. But Rodriguez with a... No, he didn't have enough strength. He went for the brain buster, but not enough strength. And a shot to those ribs again. And now makes a tag, and now wait a minute. Oh, Rodriguez getting thrown across the ring here. And now wait a minute, throwing him up in the air. Oh my God. And Lethal being knocked off the apron. And now Otunga going to the top rope. And oh my goodness gracious me, Tsunami off the top. Tsunami by Otunga. 2. Oh my goodness, we have new tag team champions. History has been made here at New Dawn Rising. The Warbound Syndicate in their first ever match just beat the Future Foundation. Oh my goodness gracious me. Rodriguez and Lethal tried to fight, but the injuries mounted up in this one. This crowd here in shock, folks. But again, it wasn't a fluke win, I'll tell you that right now. There was nothing fluky about that. You could talk about the injuries, but right here, this one had to... Oh my God, there's no way that Rodriguez's ribs are crushed right now after that. And again, what an incredible matchup. What an incredible matchup, folks. So Lethal trying to fight back with that small package / inside cradle. But look at this, spam, big splash, Tsunami off the top rope with the cover. And we have new tag team champions. The Future Foundation knocked off the Natural Disasters, the Blood Brothers, Maximum Range, the Young Goats. Anyone you can think of they've beaten, but not here tonight. The Warbound Syndicate make the biggest impact in 2026. First match ever, new CAW World Tag Team Champions. And yeah, the Warbound Syndicate ain't nothing to mess with, folks. Oh my gosh. What a way to kick off this night here, ladies and gentlemen. What an incredible way to kick off this night. And again, Rodriguez is getting some medical attention, folks. His ribs are in bad shape. But coming up next, folks, is going to be women's action here as Yushihari Itari will battle Morgan Stone. These two women have been going at it for a while, and they look to settle the differences here at New Dawn Rising. Crazy, folks. Like, again, it's insane. It is insane when you think about it. Wait a minute, here we are backstage with the legit one, Richard Hawkins. And Hawkins says, what a fitting name for this event, New Dawn Rising. The beginning of something new, a new day if you will. And that new dawn is Michael Tora. This man is a future World Heavyweight Champion, and his first step to carry to represent being the most legit wrestler in the world with the YouTube title. The Cypher is a wrestler that is in a lucky spell and nothing more. For everyone, there is one time in your career where everything goes right. The Cypher has had one good year, one good season, and that ends tonight with Tora. Richard Hawkins very confident in his man. He says reality was set in for everyone tonight. Before the Cypher's lucky spell, Tora was undefeated. So tonight I'm officially resetting his undefeated streak. And tonight is day one of the greatest MPWF wrestler to come, Michael Tora. Now for everyone else in the MPWF, I am giving back. I want to create the greatest faction to ever live, the Richard Hawkins family. Will take over Annihilation. The new YouTube champion Tora is already here. Who will join the family next? Well, we've been hearing about this family, folks, and the Richard Hawkins family to come to Annihilation. Oh, wait a minute here, look at this. Well, Richard Hawkins is Tora through and through. He's even got his merch on. But there is Marcus Eagle, the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion. And he says, I think the Richard Hawkins family is a great idea on Annihilation. I have a proposition for you. Scum runs War, but because of our success, the Annihilation roster is interested in me and my title. The Cypher has already jumped me once because he's upset about losing the world title. Keep him grounded, keep him defeated, and the rest of the Blue brand, and Scum will offer Tora support in the Royal Rumble match. Well, wait a minute here, folks. Are we seeing an alliance between Scum and the Richard Hawkins family going into the Royal Rumble? And Hawkins says, this is a very dangerous game you're playing, Marcus, but I like it. Tora is unbeatable right now and will be the next YouTube champion. But with Scum's help, he may be the one to bring that MPWF World title back to Annihilation. I've been in this game for a long time, boy. I know when it's time is to work together and when not to. Scum can have War, we'll have Annihilation. But at WrestleMania, the family and Tora will take everything. And again, yeah, the winner of the Royal Rumble will challenge for a world title, and both world titles are held by members of the Generation of SCUM. Marcus says, well, I'm happy to do business with you. We have War, and you'll have Annihilation, and Tora gets protection in the Rumble. Just be warned, after you see what I'm capable of tonight, I don't think you'll be so confident of Tora's chances at WrestleMania. And Lemar says to pass on this money to Max Payne. He's done a good job so far with Cypher. Look, all these men are damn crooks. All these men are damn corrupt. Generation of SCUM gonna give Max Payne money because he attacked Cypher? Absolutely outrageous, folks. I mean, there's corruption in this one, but in a different sort here, folks. We want to know what was going on in the meeting between this lady right here, Morgan Stone, and Benson Clement. We saw the fight in the supernatural, the fight in the upside down, as I like to call it, take another turn at Halloween Havoc, where Benson Clement sent Sean Stevens all the way to the void, folks. He was gloating. He was saying that he is unstoppable going into the Royal Rumble matchup. Yushihari Itari, Sean Stevens' wife, came out here to confront him, and then Morgan Stone made the save for Benson Clement. Then Morgan Stone has been going through it. It's been a tough couple years here for Morgan Stone. Again, it's not like she hasn't been successful. Intercontinental Champion, CAW Women's World Champion. But the respect that she wants that she hasn't gotten, she believes that she deserves more and hasn't gotten it. And that was exactly what her fight against Yushihari Itari was. Both women believing that they should have been the CAW Women's World Champion. They were then traded to Annihilation, and they're still continuing this war with each other, and they're looking to settle it here at New Dawn Rising. See this crowd here booing Morgan Stone. They're going to support the legend, Mrs. Yushihari Itari, folks. And what an ovation. What an ovation for Miss Itari making her way to the ring. Again, we already know how involved she has been with this whole darkness business, folks. Don't forget, her sister was originally with Helios Christ way back in the day, folks. Right? Y'all remember that? She was battling Queen Persephone back in the day alongside Sean Stevens, Helios Christ, and Systematic Carnage. She has been in this battle just as long as everyone else, and she came out here and confronted Benson Clement with no fear. She threw a microphone in that man's damn face and said, "You want to disrespect my family? You think that you've won this fight? You haven't understood what's happening yet at all." And again, we are trying to put the pieces together, and as this matchup goes on, we'll put the pieces together more here, ladies and gentlemen. It's like a damn Stephen King novel, this. But Yushihari Itari still seeming confident. Again, even so much that we saw Systematic Carnage accept the tap out to his son in the tag team title match on Underground. And Christopher Regal finally learning patience with this battle against the Void. There is an overarching plan. Yushihari Itari even parroting Sean Stevens' words, saying the balance will come. And I'm going to explain what I think that means in this matchup as we go into the pre-match proceedings here tonight. As both of these women ready to fight here tonight. Bell has sounded. And like I said, they have no love lost for each other at all. And they go straight to that collar elbow tie up. But again, as they're feeling each other out in the beginning of this matchup, let me discuss this here, folks. And again, we talk about balance. And now again, the most common thing to talk about this that can relate to most people is Star Wars, folks, is the Force. And we know that in Star Wars, Anakin Skywalker was here to bring balance to the Force. And now at the time, the Jedi thought that bringing balance to the Force would mean to destroy the Sith, end evil in the galaxy. But it's so much more complicated than that, is good and evil. And not realizing until the very end that bringing balance to the Force might mean that the Jedi had to suffer, which means the light side had to suffer. Now the thing here is, folks, is that the Rise has come here from the dark side. The Void is absolutely dominating. When it comes to balance, is something going to happen? Is there going to be a paradigm shift that takes place? And that's what Sean Stevens is waiting for. Again, it's hard to tell, folks. But that is how my understanding of this situation. As Morgan Stone here with the armbar on Yushihari Itari. And again, I just wanted to explain that here, but again, definitely to give respect to these two women in this matchup. Incredible competitors, former world champions. And again, in the last calendar year, Yushihari Itari won the women's world title at WrestleMania. Morgan Stone walked into WrestleMania as the women's world champion, and a low blow there. Itari again is not afraid to get dirty in the ring, folks. Christina Aguilera style. She will bring the pain where needs be. And a back suplex there by Morgan Stone. And an elbow there by the Wolf Queen. You know, we talk about that balance. And again, with that power shifting, is that what Morgan Stone is seeing in Benson Clement? Is she wanting to be aligned with the Void? And again, how scary would that be if Morgan Stone was to be aligned with the Void? Again, Morgan Stone was with the Forgotten. Well, they're forgotten again, folks, because they're no longer in the MPWF. Morgan Stone is alone. And Itari is on top right now, which is not good for her. So all of this happening before the Royal Rumble. And now goes for the German suplex, and now launches Morgan Stone inside out. And Itari now going for the knee and misses, and Morgan catching it there with that right hand. And now Morgan Stone with the snap suplex there to Yushihari Itari. And Morgan Stone changing the momentum when she wanted it to. And now wait a minute. Oh, nice takedown there by Morgan Stone. And now hang on a second here. A full toss now straight into the ropes. And Itari lands throat first. And she's trying to fight back with everything she has, but that is a bad break there for Itari in this match. And now Morgan Stone here with a Tiger Powerbomb, and a beautiful move there by Morgan. Wolf Queen now on top of Yushihari Itari once more, continuing this offense. Relentless offense in this matchup. Yeah, now throwing Itari face first to the mat. Like I said, I mentioned how both of these women have their eyes set on the Royal Rumble matchup, but how about in the women's world title situation on the Annihilation brand? Serenity versus Justice Fitzgerald at the Royal Rumble, folks. I'm telling you right now, it is going to be an insane event. And you know I never lied to you when I tell you there's going to be a life-changing show, folks. Right? We ain't coming out here on these press conferences telling you that this is going to be great and the show is like a 4 out of 10. I'm telling you right now, folks, the Royal Rumble is going to be epic. And man, Morgan Stone is just destroying Itari right now. And oh my god, this is bad here. And oh no! said a vicious side of Morgan Stone, perhaps that she's been missing, folks. We saw Morgan Stone attacking people from behind. She even did that to Yushihari Itari, causing the disqualification in their matchup on MPWF Underground a couple episodes back. But this right here, in between the ropes, may be what Morgan Stone needs to get back to that World Championship. And especially on the blue brand and a new home, this could be exactly the break the Wolf Queen was looking for. And now, Morgan, the sidewalk slam here on Yushihari Itari. I'm hooking a leg here with a cover. 2. No, Itari gets the shoulder up. And oh man, listen to Honolulu. Honolulu booing the hell out of Morgan Stone. But she's got that cross arm bar here on Yushihari Itari. And I win him in Itari now. Rolling through. And Itari, big right hands, able to escape. And oh wait, Morgan Stone blocks it. Kick to the midsection now. And an elbow there by Morgan Stone, the Wolf Queen. And now the Wolf Queen. Oh my goodness. Northern Light suplex. And now, Itari rolling to the ropes. Morgan Stone attacking her legs here. And a big right hand there by Morgan. And now Morgan Stone, snapmare takeover here. And Morgan, that was bad. And now drop kick to the face. Trying to break Yushihari Itari's neck there, stepping over her like that with the cover here. 2. No, man. And Morgan is getting frustrated. She needs to calm down here. Yushihari Itari is one of the best ever. And commonly Carmichael, when she won the World Championship, had to pretend to be her sister in order to beat Itari. That's how much it takes to beat Yushihari Itari in the ring, folks. And now, wait a minute. What's she doing here? Oh, God! Oh, my God! Oh, that was sick and twisted. That was perverse. By Morgan Stone. And now the Wolf Queen up the top rope. Oh, my God! She went for the moonsault. But too much hang time. And Itari realizes she's got to fight back here with these kicks. Oh, my goodness. Yushihari Itari now. Firing herself back up in a kick to the face. Yushihari Itari got woken up by that move, folks. Morgan Stone tried to break her neck. That was legit. She legitimately tried to break her neck with that move in the turnbuckle. And Yushihari Itari said, what the hell? And is now unleashing here on Morgan Stone. And now she's got her up, and now, wait a minute. Oh, God! Frick! She said, you want to break my neck? Two can play at that game. Lord have mercy. Oh, goodness gracious me. Morgan Stone grabbing the ropes. Morgan Stone had to grab the rope there. Good grief. Yushihari Itari just almost broke her neck with that butterfly pile driver. Oh, this one is turning personal here, folks. This one is turning personal here. Morgan tried to break her neck, and Yushihari Itari said bet. And now Morgan slowly getting to her feet here. Itari, what is she going for here? Morgan turning around now. There's a Kinshasa off the second rope. And Itari almost concussed herself to knock out Morgan Stone. And that's got to be it. No, Morgan Stone just gets the shoulder up. Get another incredible matchup here at New Dawn Rising, folks. Our first event of 2026 here on YouTube. And I'll wait a minute. Morgan with a beautiful reversal. Beautiful escape there. And Morgan Stone now going straight to the half Boston Crab and realizes she needs to keep Itari grounded. Itari snapped after Morgan Stone tried to break her neck, folks. And now Itari there able to reverse. And now again went for that kick. And Morgan Stone able to reverse it. And now Morgan here with the roll-up. With the roll-up here on Yushihari Itari. With the cover too. No, kick out. And now Morgan Stone going to the top. So, oh my gosh, she's going for the howl. She's going for the howl up the top rope. And there's the howl. No, Morgan catches it with a clothesline. Morgan Stone getting caught by Itari. And you can hear the appreciation from this sold-out capacity crowd here in Honolulu, Hawaii. 25,000 fans here on New Year's Day, and now going for the triangle choke here on Morgan Stone. Morgan is in a world of trouble right now. You see she's trying everything she can to escape from this submission hold by Yushihari Itari. The referee in the perfect position. And Morgan Stone now able to shift position. You see how she elevated from that guard position to escape there. And now, oh wait a minute, Itari though fights back with these leg kicks. And now Itari right there again with those rapid leg kicks, and another shot right to Morgan Stone in the face. Itari not done here. Itari not done here. Itari don't go off the top rope too often. And there's the elbow drop. And that's got to be it. Big elbow off the top rope by Itari. No, Morgan just gets the shoulder up. This is incredible, folks. And oh, wait a minute. Beautiful there by Morgan Stone. Suckering in Itari, and this has got to be it. Morgan now. Oh, she's going to go for the high cross. And Itari in trouble. And there it is. High cross to Yushihari Itari with the cover. 2. Oh, Itari gets the shoulder up one more time. And Morgan now not even wasting time here. Not even wasting time, but now Itari catching the boot. Reverses it. And now Itari here. Kick. Kick. Kick to the midsection. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Kinshasa. Kinshasa on the jaw with the cover. Yushihari Itari picks up the win. Folks, we are balling here tonight with this wrestling. Oh my goodness. What a fight. That's what that matchup turned into at the end of it. A straight fight between Yushihari Itari and Morgan Stone. Look at this. This here changed the trajectory of the match. And I didn't even think about it. The fact that Morgan Stone was going for the neck with this move here. But that shot into the turnbuckle made Yushihari Itari snap, ladies and gentlemen. And then she went for that Kinshasa off the top rope, almost concussed herself to get her hands on Morgan Stone. Incredible, folks. Look at this, these rapid kicks and this knockout shot. And again, how many shots can you take to the jaw? I thought it was done after this elbow though. Itari had this sold out crowd on her side with this big elbow off the top. But Morgan Stone still able to kick out. Again, both of these women have nothing to be ashamed of here. It was incredible. The high cross, Morgan Stone thought she had it, but she needed the howl. If she had hit the howl, that would have been it. But Yushihari Itari able to reverse it. And then here's the Kinshasa. Look at this knockout shot here to Morgan Stone right in the chin. Bam! There it is. There it is. And a win for the legend. New look and everything here tonight. Yushihari Itari successful here at New Dawn Rising. So she's timeless, folks. Yushihari Itari is timeless. Oh my goodness, wait a minute, folks. Look who just appeared in the ring. It's Benson Clement. And Morgan staring at him, and she says, I cannot take this anymore. I cannot fail anymore. Help me. Save me. Oh my God. And Clement staring at her. And he says, do you understand what this means? What you are agreeing to? The Wolf Queen no more. You will willingly let yourself join the void. You will answer to me. She says, yes, I want power. Oh my goodness, folks. Does Morgan know what she's agreeing to? And he said, then it is done. We will go to the void and you will return reborn. Oh my goodness. Well, folks, that is not good. That's not good. Morganstone going to the void. Yeah, that's terrifying, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next here, the YouTube Championship will be on the line. Tora challenges the Cypher in their third confrontation here at New Dawn Rising. I mean, we can't send anybody to the void to find out what's going to happen down there. But Morganstone is going to be reborn, and we saw what happened to Gabriel. This is terrifying, folks, but this one is going to be incredible. But before we go to that matchup, we're going to head backstage with the YouTube champion himself, the New York Kid, the People's Champion, the Cypher. Cypher says to Richard Hawkins, says that I had a lucky year. Max Payne is out here bitching and moaning because I hurt his leg. Tora is upset because the fans hurt his feeling, and Marcus Eagle is afraid of accountability. Well, I guess I should just roll over and cry on the floor then. Life's unfair right now. Life's hard right now. How could I ever stop the Richard Hawkins family, Max and Marcus Eagle? How could I possibly keep under the YouTube title that I've held for 400 plus days? Give me a break. Y'all the biggest bunch of cornball ass punks I've ever heard of. Folks, the Cypher is fired up here tonight. He says, I've lived my life by one way only. Never giving up and fight until I'm no longer conscious. I've been beat up and hell I've lost a lot, but I've never let a punk disrespect me, and I'm not going to start now. I will get mine on every single one of you. You took the MPWF World Heavyweight title from me. You may take my YouTube title from me tonight, but so help me God, I'm coming for each and every one of you. So help me God, I'm going to beat all your asses from here to the next world. So help me God, for I am the Cypher and I have spoken. Folks, we get in a fight here tonight. And wait a minute, the Eclipse here with the Cypher. And the Eclipse says, look, Cypher, you're very tough, don't get me wrong, but I think it's wise you let me have your back tonight. When Dr. Ice left, he wanted the Nexus to be known for rooting out corruption in the entire MPWF, not just Raw. Now, I'm not asking you to join Nexus or even thinking of restarting it. Nexus is a philosophy, and I'm sticking to it. Let me help you, and if not, I'll see you out there anyways, because I need to get me some of Richard Hawkins and Tora myself. Well, the Eclipse is saying it's non-negotiable. We fighting here tonight. And Cypher says, then let's not waste any time. I've been waiting too long for this. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, the Cypher and the Eclipse together, going into battle. And oh, wait a minute. There's the one, Shane Carter. And Shane Carter says, long time no see, Cypher. I believe that the last time we met face to face was the Royal Rumble. A lot has changed since then. The only thing that hasn't changed is that we're both on track to main event WrestleMania. It's my destiny to be the world champion. I don't want to let you know that Marcus is not going to be a problem. I will deal with him tonight and at the Royal Rumble. Just understand that if you survive tonight and win the Royal Rumble match, I'll be the World Heavyweight Champion, and then we'll see if you can match the one. Oh my God, what a matchup that would be. The Cypher versus Shane Carter for the world title, and the Cypher says if we meet at WrestleMania, it won't be over the top rules to win the match. You gotta either pin me or make me tap out. I may not be the one, but I'm the people's champion. If you saw Halloween Havoc, you know what will happen if me and the people are fighting together. And we did, folks. We did. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, could you imagine what that matchup would be? The Cypher versus Shane Carter at WrestleMania, but right now, it's about the YouTube Championship. And here is the challenger. New demeanor, new look. Michael Tora, folks. And I think it's amazing that Richard Hawkins is calling him by his full name. Again, Tora came to the MPWF, looked to be one of the fan favorites, looked to be something new and different. But the MPWF fans, they didn't cheer Tora the way that he wanted to be cheered. Which is insane, because honestly it shows a little bit of entitlement. Tora went up against the top stars of Annihilation. How did he expect to get cheered over Jaime Emo, to get cheered over Sub-Zero Adrian Ramirez-Ortiz, to get cheered over the Cypher? He blames the fans for him losing to the Cypher at SummerSlam in the King of the Ring tournament. The fact of the matter is this: Tora lost again on MPWF Annihilation, proving that it had nothing to do with the crowd reaction, it had nothing to do with the fans. The Cypher just beat him outright. And now he has turned to the legit one, Richard Hawkins. And Richard Hawkins himself has realized, again, it almost felt like almost out of nowhere, that he was like, hang on a minute, why am I fighting? He is like, I am at a stage in my career where my knowledge is everything. For those that used to watch the MPWF, Richard Hawkins is in his Vern Mongo stage right now, and he is looking to take Tora and what he is now calling the Richard Hawkins family to the next level here in the MPWF. But it ain't going to be easy, because it's against men like this. The former MPWF World Champion, the current reigning and defending YouTube Champion, 400 plus days as the champion. The Cypher won this title at WrestleMania 11, October 20th, 2024. It is January 1st, 2026, and he is still the YouTube champion. And he has defended that title a lot, ladies and gentlemen, including one of the best YouTube title matches we've ever seen against Ricky Cash on MPWF Annihilation. The Cypher went through hell and high water to win the MPWF World title at Halloween Havoc, only for Marcus Eagle to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. But Tora got involved during the match. Max Payne assaulted the Cypher. And then on Annihilation, we saw Cypher put Max Payne through a flaming table. But we saw that the Cypher would be able to stay on top. Tora came out and got the jump on him. Eclipse tried to make the save, but the combination of Tora and Max Payne was too much. And you heard the Cypher say here, if I'm going to lose the title tonight, I'm going to go down swinging, folks. If you guys are going to try and screw me, I will get my comeuppance. We already saw one title change hands here tonight at New Dawn Rising. Will we see another? And again, you know that the Cypher is going to be thinking at the back of his mind that Max Payne is somewhere here in Honolulu. And he's going to have to deal with that. But he's got to stay focused, and then quite frankly, with the Eclipse on the outside of the ring, that gives the Cypher peace of mind here tonight. With the YouTube Championship on the line. The mid-card championship, if you will, of the Annihilation brand. And Tora getting booed, and quite rightly. Quite rightly. And we also heard again earlier tonight that Marcus Eagle says that if he can deal with the Cypher, he will get protection from the Generation of SCUM in the Royal Rumble match. How insane is that? How insane is that? This crowd here in Hawaii is ready. Look at what it looks like outside there, the palm trees and everything. Get a great atmosphere. It's been a great night of action. And here we go. YouTube Championship on the line. And the bell has sounded and we're underway. 25,000 fans here in Honolulu for this action. Oh, wait a minute. The Eclipse and Richard Hawkins face to face here. And the Eclipse went straight to Richard Hawkins. And Hawkins saying, your time has passed, Eclipse. Tora is the future now, and he is the future with the Richard Hawkins family. You and your Nexus philosophy is a joke. Well, Hawkins getting in the face of the Eclipse. And the Eclipse now staring him in the face. So Richard Hawkins is Tora through and through. And oh, wait a minute! The Eclipse over the total Eclipse of Richard Hawkins. Eclipse said, I ain't even wasting my breath. fucking is meaningless. And now the Eclipse taking Richard Hawkins out the arena. And good riddance. Good riddance. This is going to be one-on-one. Tora versus the Cypher for the YouTube title right now. And now Cypher going after Tora. And this is how this one should be. We don't need Richard Hawkins out here. Two of the best young stars that the MPWF has, folks. Again, the Cypher proves that. Winning the King of the Ring tournament. Going into Halloween Havoc as the YouTube champion and walking out as the MPWF World Champion. He truly did it the right way, folks. Truly did it the right way. And now there's Tora as well. And oh, cheap shot there by Tora. And that's what Tora's turned into. Cheap tricks. Cheap tricks like that. Both men back in that collar elbow time. Again, we mentioned the fans is what Tora's ire has been. What Tora has been against is the fans not cheering and supporting him. Well, this ain't FGCW. This is the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. And you got to get with it. As Tora in trouble, and now the Cypher, nice arm ringer, nice arm drag takedown there, and a boot to the face there by the YouTube champion. And now Cypher here, with these boots right to the face of Tora. And like Eric said, we weren't expecting to see Tora in that main event of Halloween Havoc at all. Again, what a matchup it was, folks. And again, if you have not seen Halloween Havoc, if you have not seen that main event title fight between the Cypher and Klaus, you need to go to YouTube once this show is done and check out that matchup. I'm telling you, it was incredible. And now the Cypher has Tora up with that deadlift. Oh, there's a powerbomb. And Cypher now. And interesting here, the New York Kid putting the one to the sky. And again, could we be seeing a potential matchup between Cypher and Shane Carter? Can it be incredible? It would be incredible. And Shane Carter has a shot at the MPWF World Heavyweight title after Royal Rumble. And now Tora being sent to the outside. And this is deja vu from Annihilation. And oh, Tora saw it coming. Tora saw it coming. And literally bent the rules of physics in order to escape that move, and then went for the dive. And Cypher able to recover quickly, and that takes a lot to do that. And maybe he hasn't. Maybe he hasn't, but oh, he reverses that spinning back fist there. And now the Cypher has Tora in that powerbomb position. And Tora in trouble here. And now there's a powerbomb there on the announce table. The referee is counting, but quite frankly, the referee is here for decorative importance. That's about it, folks. Because these two men are following the rules loosely in this one. As the Cypher with a springboard crossbody there on Tora, with the cover on the challenger. And Tora gets the shoulder up here. Then you can hear it even in Honolulu. It doesn't matter where we are around the world, folks. The crowd are obsessed with the Cypher, and what we want to talk about before. Core All-Stars, ladies and gentlemen. Core All-Stars 17. The Cypher was in the Royal Rumble matchup, handpicked by Core All-Stars. Again, this wasn't a choice by DJ Johnny Feelgood. They asked for the Cypher to be in that matchup. So the Cypher is transcending more than just the MPWF, but right now he's transcending these clotheslines here by Tora, as Tora fires up with that impact. But again, that is how popular the Cypher has become. Again, beating Jaime Emo in a fan poll vote. Getting the support from the MPWF fans. Being invited to Core All-Stars. Unbelievable. An unbelievable 2025 it's been for the YouTube champion. And the question is, was it a lucky year? We're going to find that out tonight. Is this going to be a bad start to 2026 for the Cypher? As now, boot to the head there by Tora. Now, the thing is about that, folks, as Tora puts on this sleeper hold here on the Cypher, as Cypher reverses it, as the Cypher's 2025 didn't start off the greatest as well. Failing to win the Royal Rumble matchup, losing in the final two of the Royal Rumble match, and then losing at the WrestleMania tournament, and then we saw what his year became, so can't write him off yet. but maybe you can after that jackknife powerbomb, and Tora decided that he's not even going to go for the cover here. And look at Tora here telling the crowd, is this your man? Are you not entertained by Michael Tora? And Tora now, and oh my God, oh my goodness. That's some serious damage that Tora is inflicting to the YouTube champion right now. The third fight between these two men. And now Tora sends the Cypher into the barricade now. And now Tora openly going for that back and rib of the Cypher. He clearly was watching that CAW World Tag Team title matchup very closely earlier tonight. And again, congratulations to the Warbound Syndicate. Shocking new tag team champions here tonight. And I'm waiting, what's Tora going for here? Tora grabbing that steel steps. And disqualification still count in this matchup. So I don't know why Tora's got the steel steps. And there's a DDT to the YouTube champion. Because if Tora uses those steel steps, he ain't walking away here as the new champ. And now listen to this place. This is outrageous, the boos for Tora here tonight. And wait a minute, Tora now has the Cypher. Now wait a minute, what's he doing here? What's he doing here? And now wait a minute, a sit-out powerbomb on the steps. The referee count, I'll call a disqualification for that. And that's what his plan was, and that's got to be it. That's got to be it right there, folks. A sit-out powerbomb on the steps, and this crowd is going ballistic at that. And Tora now to become the new YouTube champion finally. No, Cypher barely gets the shoulder up. Oh my God, that was horrific to watch there by the YouTube champ. And a knee there to the face. And again, what better man to learn from than the legit one, Richard Hawkins? What better knowledge to learn from than the legit one? And we heard Hawkins say it himself too, when he had CJ Parker, when he had Chris Ciampa on his side, he didn't put full focus in him. Richard Hawkins still thinking about his career, but no longer. You can see it, he is Tora through and through, and now look at this here, the stretch muffler by the challenger. And the Cypher is in a world of pain and trouble here, but the Cypher fighting back. Again, he'll never give up, he'll never quit on you. And a net breaker there to the challenger. And now the Cypher sends Tora into the top turnbuckle. And now look at this. Kick, headbutts, and punches to the skull. And that one, look at it, Tora's rocked. Tora is rocked by that right hand by the Golden Gloves winner. As the Cypher now, 2 boots to the face of Tora. 2 boots to the face of Tora. As Cypher now to the top rope. The challenger is down, and the Cypher could be looking for the 450 splash. No way, Tora getting to his feet though, and Cypher there with a double axe handle. May have taken too much time, but correcting that. Tora in trouble, the Cypher goes to the top leap again, and now for the 450 splash by the Cypher, no, he misses. He misses, and almost back fist there by Tora. And that was a bad break there for the YouTube champion, but again he's able to escape. And Tora now knees to the midsection. And fighting back goes Michael Tora. And Tora now with a clothesline, and he drops the Cypher. Tora now wants the cover. Wants to end this one right here and now. And Cypher getting that shoulder up again. What an incredible matchup this is here at New Dawn Rising for the YouTube title. We expected nothing less with these two men in the ring. World-class talents is Tora and the Cypher, but the Cypher fighting back here with these boxing shots, and that's his game, that's his strength. Those fists is exactly what Cypher needs to bring to the table. Again, you want to know what is Cypher like? This man is backy, ladies and gentlemen. This man is backy, folks. Like, this guy will never quit. He only trains and he only fights. That's it. That's all he does. And Tora now has him on the top rope. And oh God, what a right hand that was there by Tora. And he knew it. He knew it. Big right hand there to the champ, but Cypher fights back here. And now Cypher with the right hand. And now he's got Tora. And now big time deep back suplex there by the Cypher. And now the Cypher here. Oh, sends Tora off the ropes. Tora goes for the clothesline, he misses. Cypher behind him and a big clothesline there. Shades of Marufuji by the Cypher. And now Cypher looking to end it. And now wait a minute, got him in that net breaker. No! Oh, forearm to the back of the head. And now Cypher wants him to get to his feet. Not done with Tora yet. The YouTube champion flying high, and what a crossbody! What a crossbody off the top rope there by the YouTube champ. And oh, Tora gets the shoulder up. And a net breaker there by the Cypher. And oh, wait a minute. The champ wants the Superman punch. And there it is. With some stank on it. The Superman punch to Tora with the cover. 2. Oh my God, a near fall. Incredible, folks. What an incredible matchup this is here in New Dawn Rising. These men sparing no expense in this matchup. The former World Heavyweight Champion sends Tora off the ropes there with the slam. Again, the crowd robbed of their moment with the Cypher at Halloween Havoc. Don't want to be robbed here tonight, and there's the cravat by the Cypher to Tora. And he's pinching hard on that neck of the challenger, but Tora fights back with these shots. Straight to the midsection and a knife edge chop there by Tora. And now Tora, wait a minute. Oh my, wow. What a clothesline, and that gotta be it. Big clothesline there by Tora. Oh, and a kick out there by the Cypher. Tora almost had me cussing on commentary, folks. Again, I'm trying my best to not cuss, especially with Super Slam Showdown. And knowing there's a crossover from the fans from that show, I'm trying to keep it PG, folks. But that was one hell of a clothesline there by Michael Tora. But Cypher fires back with an elbow. And I went for the chop again. Cypher back with a collar elbow here on Michael Tora. And now Cypher throws Tora to the outside. Tora hangs on again. Cypher going for it for the second time, and this time he hits it. The spear all the way to the floor. This crowd here again loving this action, loving this matchup. And now wait a minute. Cypher now has Tora up in a powerbomb. Tora powerbombing earlier on the steps. And now the Cypher, oh, powerbombing him on the barricade. The YouTube champion trying to break the back. Spinal to Tora. And now Cypher springboard with a twisting frog splash. And now wait a minute. Oh, we've seen him do this before. We've seen this submission hold before here by the Cypher. And he wrenches back here on Michael Tora. And Tora now, after just getting his back, landing on that barricade from the powerbomb, may have no choice but to tap out here. May have to give up another opportunity at the YouTube title. The referee is in the perfect position here. But wait a minute, Tora though, using that leg strength, and is able to escape and throws the Cypher off. And Michael Tora now, big shot here, could be going for the KO Annihilator, but no, Cypher reverses it, and Cypher could be going for the Immortal Technique, but no, there's a top wrist lock there by the Cypher. And now Tora to that midsection again, and a third time separates the Cypher. And now Tora has the Cypher up on that top rope one more time. And oh my God, he's going to throw him off the top, and no, Cypher fights back here. Right hand again, off the top, and now Tora falls off here. And now Tora is in pain and in trouble, and the YouTube champion could be looking for the 450. No, it's the double foot stomp. The double foot stomp by the YouTube champion with the cover. No, Tora just gets the shoulder up. Oh my word, folks. Again, I said, we ain't even at the Royal Rumble yet, and this is the action we're getting here. This is the action we're getting here before the Royal Rumble. And oh wait, oh, knee against that midsection, and now Tora fighting back here with these strikes, and now ducking under the Cypher, and now beautiful kick there by Michael Tora. Tora giving it his all here, on a clothesline here, Cypher in trouble, roll through, and a jumping neck breaker there by the challenger. He's amazing. He is amazing, Tora. And now he wants the Kyoto Annihilator, and he's going for it, and this is it. The YouTube champion is finished. Kyoto Annihilator to the Cypher. And Tora now hooking the leg for the cover. 2. Oh, the Cypher gets the shoulder up again, and Tora is beside himself. And now listen to this. Oh, fuck! Come on, man! Come on, man! Tora just put his hands on the official. And now he's got a chair. He definitely was watching that matchup to start the show off for the tag team titles. And now Tora, no wait, the Cypher reverses it. Cypher reverses it. And now Cypher's got him up here. Immortal technique. Immortal technique on the chair. It's backfired. It's backfired. It's Cypher now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on. Come on, referee. He was down. And now Cypher back to the cover. 1, 2. No, Tora gets the shoulder up. Cypher had this matchup won, folks. And a boot to the face there. And now the referee getting rid of the steel chair. But Cypher again is not going to stop. He had it won. He had it finished. And a big right hand there by the Cypher. And now he's got Tora all the way to the tippy top with a superplex. And a superplex up the top rope by the YouTube champion. Tora in a world of trouble. And oh, wait a minute, the Cypher's going to go for the 450 splash here, folks. He's dragging him into position. Cypher here to retain the title. Oh, Tora don't get to his feet. And Cypher now off the top, and a drop kick. You know, Tora moved out the way, and now missing that shot. And now Cypher fighting back here, and now there's the Spine Buster. The Spine Buster, and Tora is out. And the Cypher now, 450 splash, and that's it. And what the hell? Cecilia Perez distracting the referee. And we saw her talking with Richard Hawkins on Annihilation. And he says, come on, Cecilia, you have to leave. You know you're not supposed to be out here. Cecilia Perez distracting the official. And oh, wait a minute, oh, son of a bitch. It's Max Payne. It's Max Payne. Oh my God, Richard Hawkins is out. But Cypher was not planning for Cecilia Perez. And now, wait a minute, Max Payne now throwing Cypher to the outside of the ring here. Cecilia Perez still distracting the official. This crowd here is going insane, trying to tell the referee to turn around. And oh, wait a minute, oh, come on now, Max. Max is going for the death note to the Cypher. That's the move the Cypher is using. If he hits it, he never loses. And Max Payne just dropped him with the death note. And Cecilia Perez may have just joined the family. She may have just joined the family. And oh, now Tora here. Oh, come on now, not like this. Not like this. And now Tora has him up here for the Kyoto Annihilator. Kyoto Annihilator to the Cypher. And oh my God, Tora's not done yet. He's not done yet. He's going to make sure, he's going to guarantee that he leaves here the YouTube champion as Tora now with 2 Kyoto Annihilators. And now look at the leg here on the Cypher. God damn it. Oh man. Well, it seems that Cecilia Perez has certainly just passed her audition in the Richard Hawkins family. Good grief. Again, more heartbreak for the Cypher. He had Tora beat. Tora tried to cheat with the chair after putting his hands on the official. Cypher hit the immortal technique on the chair. Tora was down for at least a 10 count. Like, Cypher would have won a last man standing matchup if this was the rules for this matchup. And then Cecilia Perez comes out, and then to add insult to injury, Max Payne hit the death note on the Cypher, sealing his fate. Again, Tora, look at moves like this. He's incredible. He don't need this. He don't need this. Again, history has been made again already at the start of 2026, January 1st. New dawn rising. And you look at the fight of the champion, or the former champion, I should say. Bam, look at that. There's 3 Kyoto Annihilators in this matchup, 2 after the death note. And now Tora is officially the new MPWF YouTube champion. This crowd ain't happy at all, folks, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them one damn bit. But again, times are changing here on Annihilation. We have now witnessed the birth of the Richard Hawkins family. We have now witnessed the birth of the new YouTube champion, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Tora. Again, folks, it is heartbreaking. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And you see, listen to this place. Listen to them. Listen to them, because they aren't happy. They aren't happy at all. And whether it's KK Clam, whether it's Meredith Grey, someone needs to do something about this, folks. But again, we have one more match scheduled for tonight, folks. And it is going to be our main event, 6-man tag team competition. But right now, we are going to head to the backstage area because we are going to hear from the Generation of SCUM. Lamar James Jackson says, now you boys can really see that this is the way. That the sacrifice we make to become SCUM is the only way to the top and to stay at the top. I am myself a living proof. Not once when I embraced the MPW fans or their ideals of what is right was I the World Heavyweight Champion. Now look at me. Now turn around and look at yourselves. Marcus, the MPW World Heavyweight Champion. But the key now is to stay at the top. Marcus, you know that tonight you must take things one step further. Again, what do they mean by this? They keep talking about this. What are they talking about, folks? I hate it when these guys talk in riddles. Marcus says, when they see what I have planned tonight, I will be the most hated man in the MPWF. But I will be the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion with the hottest woman secure by my side and brothers around me who understand what it takes to be the elite of this industry. They all doubted me, but no longer. Again, Marcus has changed, folks. This ain't a Marcus Eagle in Gen X. This is a completely different Marcus Eagle, folks. And I'm terrified of it. And Lamar says, my man, Money in the Bank winner to world champion to global success. And after tonight, you will be a free man. Now, Lamar, my godson, I know it was tough for you, especially after Antonio got inducted in the Hall of Fame to join us. It took some convincing in the hospital that night. But since then, you've become the most decorated North American champion in MPW history. And I want you to win the Royal Rumble match. I want you to have that prestige. I want you to choose who you will fight at WrestleMania. You have one more task. End Antonio's career. This is crazy talk, man. It's also hypocrisy. They hate Kivo. Ain't this what Kivo did to Tennessee's? And Lamar Goldman says, my dad ain't got nothing left. I took it all from him. I've kept the North American title from him by any means necessary. No one looks at him as a legend anymore because of me. Now it's my time to really become the next big thing. And again, it is, folks. And not to mention, too, we're also not forgetting Ares as well, the son of Apollo, who's been involved with the Generation of SCUM. And Lamar says that is not enough. He's my best friend. Hell, he was like a damn father to me. But you need to end his career. That is the final step. You'll never be touchable again. You will immortalize yourself in MPWF history. No one will ever forget your name. Well, hold on a minute. Lemar James Jackson taking this a little too far. Lemar Goldman says, you know what? I beat my dad enough. Do we need to do more? Lemar James Jackson was Antonio Goldman's head. And Lemar Goldman looking at him kind of strange here. Like, I don't know about this. Again, maybe a little bit of tension going on there in the Generation of SCUM. Well, hang on a second, folks. Before we get to the main event, it is time for another legend to make his way to the ring. Jaime Emo. And what a matchup he has at the Royal Rumble. Our opening contest of the Royal Rumble will be held in a cell, with the winner of that matchup entering the Royal Rumble matchup at number 30, ladies and gentlemen. It was made and set in stone at Halloween Havoc. We saw Ryan Sparxx speak about it on MPWF Raw and subsequently attack Brian Adams, the general manager, to send a message to Jaime Emo. We're going to hear from Jaime Emo here tonight at New Dawn Rising. There was no ovation for Jaime Emo here, folks. I want a matchup that's going to be hell in a cell to finally settle this feud between him and Ryan Sparxx. So there's a lot on the line in that one at the Royal Rumble. Now let's hear from Jaime Emo. And Emo says, honestly, at this point, there isn't much to discuss before the Royal Rumble. Now, I'm sorry for this abrupt start, but this feud has been going on for almost 2 years now, and it's quite simple. It's time for it to come to an end. One of us wanted to become the World Heavyweight Champion. He's cost me. I've cost him. We both want to be labeled as the best. And quite frankly, whoever wins this match will be the best, because the winner will enter the Royal Rumble at number 30. The winner is the odds-on favorite to winning the Royal Rumble match. And that's true, folks. What a pick. What a number to have. What a number to have in the Royal Rumble match. And they're going to need it, especially after they destroy each other in the Hell in a Cell match. Emo says, we got to go through hell to earn that spot. And when I step inside a Hell in a Cell, believe me, that is exactly where I'm taking Ryan Sparxx. For him, there will be nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. He's trapped in a cell with me. He has to fight me based on his own merit, his own skill, and that means he does not win. That means Jaime Emo wins Hell in a Cell and then goes on to become the 2026 Royal Rumble winner. Ryan, I got your message, but I'm not Brian Adams. I'm Jaime freaking Emo. Well, my God, folks, keeping it short and simple and sweet is Jaime Emo. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, that's the music of the general manager, Brian Adams. And Ryan Sparxx did say to him to send that message to Jaime Emo. We might be seeing it right here in person at New Dawn Rising. And again, you got to commend Brian Adams, folks. He's been trying to protect his roster. Again, he allowed tendencies and Kivo to settle the differences in a cage match versus trying to kill each other, folks. He doesn't want this Hell in a Cell to happen because these are two of the biggest stars in the MPWF, and someone surely is not going to walk away from this Hell in a Cell match. Brian Adams is trying to protect not just his investments, but the MPWF investments. Again, it's crazy to think that Brian Adams, where he was a couple years ago, and how much I dislike this man, hell, he put his hands on me. But Brian Adams has certainly shown that if anybody was to run the MPWF in the future, it might be him, folks. It might be him. But here he is, face to face with Jaime Emo. Brian says, so I see you got the message. You know, you guys have one of the most personal rivalries in MPWF history. The lengths you're willing to go to get each other has really opened my eyes. At Halloween Havoc, I was watching money go down the drain with you two destroying each other. But neither of you will be satisfied until that happens. I try to protect the talent until they attack me. And Ryan crossed that line on MPWF Raw. And he did. Ryan hit the Sparxx effect on Brian Adams. They said Jaime Emo knows what lengths Ryan will go to win. And Brian Adams says someone should deal with Ryan Sparxx before the Royal Rumble. Maybe bring hell to war before the click review. I can't ask anyone on my behalf to take a shot at Ryan Sparxx, but what I can offer you for being a legend is a front row ticket and a backstage pass to this upcoming episode of War. I hope you stop by and enjoy the show. And Jaime, I can't tell you what to do while you're there, but I can say to do the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Well, wait a minute, folks. Brian Adams just gave Jaime Emo a front row ticket and a backstage pass to MPWF War and said to bring hell to war. Oh my God, folks. Brian Adams says, I cannot tell you what to do, but he has given Jaime Emo access to MPWF War before the Royal Rumble. That is going to be scary, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be insane. And here we are. It is time for our main event of the evening. Again, folks, it's our special show here to celebrate the MPWF fans, to celebrate the new year, New Dawn Rising, the Generation of SCUM versus Shane Carter versus Antonio Goldman versus Joey Eagle. But before we get there, we're going to have an interview with the babyface team here, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the main event. Let's hear from the good guys, folks. That's what we're going to call them, the good guys. What a sight that is. What a sight that is. Shane Carter says, the time has come for the main event of New Dawn Rising. It's time for SCUM to put up or shut up. They've attacked from behind, attacked from the roof, attacked from the side, but never face to face, man to man. Well, that all changes tonight. Y'all are against the One, the Hall of Famer, and the Messiah. This little experiment, this philosophy, that's done. Lemar Goldman, you're about to experience a beating. Lamar James Jackson, I'm going to give you a preview of what's going to happen the next time we meet one-on-one. And Marcus, brother, it's my destiny to be the world champion. You are about to find that out. Shane Carter, fired up, ready for the main event. Antonio Goldman says, son, did I detect a little fight back to Jackson's philosophy? If so, then I know my son is still in there. You got to become your own man, and I respect that. You have to do what you feel is best. Apparently myself and all other legends put too much pressure on our sons, but pressure creates diamonds, and I need you to know that because I respect you, I'm not going to let up with you at all. I want the North American title, I want the CW World title. Just because you're my son or my best friend doesn't mean I'm not going to bring the pain to you. Do you really think I'm broken? I wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame if I was. None of you can make me quit. Antonio Goldman setting it straight here tonight. And now here from Joey Eagle, and he says, Mr. Jackson, I've never trusted you and never will. I don't need to give a monologue tonight. I'm going to kick your ass and become the CW World Heavyweight Champion at the Royal Rumble. And son, no amount of money, women, or friends is going to protect you from your mistakes. A beast is coming for you. You better pray that you get your act together before that beast ends up being me. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Eagle firing up. All three men firing up. Up next is our main event for New Dawn Rising. 6-man tag team action. I will see you at ringside. Music has become very, very familiar. Now you want to talk about arrogance, folks. It appears that the Generation of SCUM are going to be coming to the ring separately. And introducing first, the North American champion, Lemar Goldman. And again, Lamar James Jackson is right. This championship is synonymous at this point with that man right there, the next big thing. But did we detect a little bit of disagreement? I mean, he has done some despicable damn things to his dad. But Lemar Goldman has not crossed the line of ending his father's career. And Lamar James Jackson wants that. And Lemar Goldman said it's not necessary. But the interesting thing here is that the Generation of SCUM are pushing for him to win the Royal Rumble matchup. And again, if there is ever a man that could do it, it's the North American champion, Lemar Goldman. And then that begs the question, which member of the Generation of SCUM does he choose to challenge for at WrestleMania? if he was to win the Royal Rumble match. So there's so many options, so many potential picks, folks. It is truly going to be an unpredictable matchup and an unpredictable night at the Royal Rumble. And here is the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion, Marcus Eagle, the first son of the Eagle family. Get green eyes like his father. Despicable how he won the Money in the Bank briefcase with Sakura Furukawa's help. How he cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase to become the world champion. He says that tonight we're going to see something from him that will make him the most despised man in MPWF history. I have no idea what he's got concocted in his mind or what he's got planned here in this main event. But I don't think it's a good thing for anyone here in the MPWF. And again, so many people said that he wasn't world champion material. Well, he has proved them wrong. He is the current world's heavyweight champion. Again, you know he's going to be sending some money the Richard Hawkins family's way. They took out the Cypher earlier tonight. Got him off of his back. Richard Hawkins can solely focus now on this main event and Shane Carter. But here it is now. And again, it's hot. Man, you want to talk about heartbreaking. I said it was heartbreaking earlier about the Cypher losing his title, and it was, folks. But still Dre playing. And I cannot sit here and go crazy for it. I cannot sit here and cheer like crazy for it. Because it's accompanied by this man. Again, the response at SummerSlam when Lemar James Jackson returned was insane. We were trying to find out who was going to face Shane Carter for the title. Who was going to replace Ryan Sparxx in the world title matchup. And it was Hood Violence. And again, the crowd loved and supported him. The Welcome to YouTube show. The crowd went ballistic for him. And then it turns out that this man, again, Super Slam Showdown, folks. I am trying to stay from cussing this man out. Thank goodness Kibo is not here, ladies and gentlemen. But this man turned on everybody, was the mastermind behind the Generation of SCUM. And he has been the CAW World Champion since SummerSlam. And he will meet Joey Eagle at the Royal Rumble. And he said he wasn't taking a step further. He wants to take out Antonio Goldman. Apparently Marcus is going to do something that we're going to hate forever. And again, you want to talk about something as well, folks. And let me ask you if you've caught on to this. Lemar James Jackson has had these kids turn on their parents. Lemar James Jackson is not a second generation wrestler. These kids have helped Lemar James Jackson win and keep this championship. Lemar James Jackson told these kids that they don't need their family's last name. Lemar James Jackson comes out with 3 names. Are you starting to notice something here? This is just a narcissist at work, folks. Lemar James Jackson is messing with these kids' heads. That's my opinion of this situation. And these kids cannot see it. They can see the current, the immediate success, the championships. In Marcus Eagle's case, Sakura Furukawa with a corner. And again, in Sakura Furukawa's case, we have no idea what they have planned for her in the Royal Rumble. We know that Meredith Grey has put her in the Royal Rumble matchup at number 1. To get back at her for all the nonsense that she's done. But you know that these men and women are a step ahead of the game. They have been a step ahead of all of us for over 2 years now. And that's the only thing I would say to the three men they're facing here tonight. That you've got to beware. We had no idea this is what they had planned. We thought it was a small thing. Marcus Eagle coming out with that SCUM logo, secure for a cowl. We thought it was a small thing, and look at what it's turned into. The Generation of SCUM hold 2 world championships on one show. And they said the nucleus is Lemar James Jackson. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait a minute. Antonio Goldman is going old school here tonight. Oh, Antonio Goldman risking WMG, risking us getting back on YouTube. Because Antonio Goldman said, screw it, dirt off your shoulders, as he makes his way to the ring, and this is insane, the pop, folks. Now, you can't even hear the song at this point. You cannot even hear the song at this point. Usually it's Brooklyn We Go Hard, but the original song from Antonio Goldman when he came to YouTube was Dirt Off Your Shoulders. And Antonio Goldman saying to them, you think I'm done? You think I'm finished? Antonio Goldman lost to Lemar James Jackson on War. But again, Antonio Goldman's lost before. You think you get into a Hall of Fame career because you're undefeated? Because you, at the first sight of adversity, that it's over for you? Antonio Goldman is, again, getting injured in his retirement run. He ain't giving up until he wins championship gold. And he said he can see that his son is still in there. But what he's not going to do is, because he respects his son, he's not going to hold back. Even though he is at odds with Lemar James Jackson, he still respects them, and he's going to bring the fight to them here tonight. And here comes the one. And this is the man that the MPWF fans crowned at last year's WrestleMania. The build to WrestleMania 11 was all about the one Shane Carter. And we could be seeing a two-peat with Shane Carter becoming the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion. Again, the title that he should never have lost. The championship belt that Ryan Sparxx cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase on him for. Shane Carter could win that against Marcus Eagle at the Royal Rumble. We've already seen a possible teasing in Shane Carter versus the Cypher at WrestleMania. But what about Shane Carter versus Sub-Zero Angel Ramirez Ortiz? Or Shane Carter versus the Scorpion Klaus? Or Shane Carter versus Benson Clement? And that's just from the Annihilation brand. What if someone like Chris Champ was supposed to win the Royal Rumble? Or again, a rematch in Zeus and Shane Carter? Or again, what if someone like Tom Sawyer was to shock the world and win the Royal Rumble match, folks? Or Dragonheart on Annihilation? Dragonheart versus Shane Carter at WrestleMania. The possibilities are endless because he is the one. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what you do. If you fight this man, you're in the main event. If you fight this man, you are the top of the MPWF. And again, what about Shane Carter versus Ryan Sparxx to finally settle their issue? Or how about this one? Shane Carter versus Jaime freaking Emo at WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. It could all take place if Shane Carter wins against Marcus Eagle at the Royal Rumble. And Honolulu completely on this man's side here, folks. So this is a big fight field, folks. Big fight field for this one. And here he is, the Messiah of the MPWF, Joey Eagle himself. He says he wants one more world championship before he retires here. And he could do it against Lemar James Jackson at the Royal Rumble. Listen to this friggin' place, folks. Joey Eagle, the biggest legend we have ever had in the MPWF, bar none. Bar none. When you talk about the Major Pain Wrestling Federation, you talk about Joey Eagle. He has been a constant in this promotion, and it will never be the same again when Joey Eagle leaves. But before he goes, before his time is done, can he be the world champion? Can he be the top of the industry one more time? They said this is all a preview. What I just laid out here, this matchup in New Dawn Rising, with this big main event field, is a preview of the Royal Rumble, folks. So here we go, 25,000 strong here for New Dawn Rising. We're setting attendance records here in the MPWF. The new era is here. And here we go, father and son to start it off. Antonio and Lemar Goldman, no strangers to each other. Again, Lemar Goldman has screwed his father at every chance that he has gotten to keep a hold of that North American Championship. None more than when the decision for the title was reversed. But again, that's not going to stop Antonio Goldman here tonight. And here comes Shane Carter. Again, the man that Lemar Goldman beat for the North American Championship. And you want to talk about another statistic? There has been 4 men in the last 2 years that have beaten Shane Carter. And 3 of them are across the ring from him right now, with Zeus being the other. And there's an Indian deathlock here by Joey Eagle. And Shane Carter, he's pacing. He is pacing. This one has the makings to break down, folks. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That these 6 men break down and beat the living hell out of each other. Again, it is a lucky that these men are following the rules even this far in this matchup. And again, Generation of SCUM is not, you know, outnumbered here, folks. You're thinking that this is a fair fight, is what I'm trying to say. This is a fair fight here, but what about the Cruiserweight Champion, Phoenix Oscuro? What about Ares, who we mentioned earlier, the son of Apollo? What about Sakura Furukawa? That's 3 more members who are in the back somewhere, waiting to get involved in this situation, folks. And you know somebody telling DJ, you can't say they're going to get involved in this matchup. You're spoiling it. Of course I'm spoiling it. It's the Generation of SCUM. They gonna do some scum-ish, folks. That's what they do. You think they come out here to play fair? You think they come out here to wrestle this matchup fair? As Antonio Goldman is beating down his son here. And Lemar James Jackson now. And said, I cannot believe Lemar James Jackson. I thought I knew this man. I thought I knew this man, and I was completely wrong. The opinion we had of Lemar James Jackson when he joined that's no good SOB. What's his friggin' name now? The blue head twat. I can't remember his name. I'm getting crazy. Steve Hurley. There we go. When he joined Steve Hurley back with the YouTube Wrestling Federation back in the day, folks, we should have known then. When you think about it, he turned on the MPWF when Nexus was bad, right? He joined Steve Hurley. Look, Marcus Eagle with that disrespectful slap to Antonio Goldman, and Goldman not going to accept that. He's here with the Generation of SCUM. This is not out of character for Lemar James Jackson at all. And now in comes Joey Eagle. And now for the first time, Marcus and Joey face to face, and Joey said screw it. He's giving him rights and left. Folks, you know what? Kids, if you watch Super Slam Showdown, you should be in bed, because we go to this is the main event of New Dawn Rising, okay? People getting their ass whooped in this matchup, folks. We going crazy here. Okay, we going crazy here. So you need to go to bed, or if you're a parent right now, you need to send your kids to bed, because we cussing in this one, folks. And Joe Eagle knocking Lemar James Jackson off the apron. And I go straight after Lemar Goldman. And then knocking him down here. And now Marcus Eagle with a shot there to Joe Eagle's neck. We going old school here, folks. We going old school with the commentary, old school with this matchup. And Marcus now has Joe Eagle back at that collar elbow tie-up and sends him into the corner of the Generation of SCUM. And in comes the CAW World Heavyweight Champion, Lemar James Jackson. And now double elbow there by Jackson and Eagle. Again, even down the fact, Lemar James Jackson kidnapped Marcus Eagle, folks. Kidnapped Marcus Eagle back in the day. That is on YouTube. That's not me just talking out my ass. That is on YouTube when Lemar James Jackson did that, when him and Joey fought in that insane matchup at No Surrender in 2011, folks. And you go to our MPWF 2012 channel for that matchup. And Antonio Goldman now, he ain't wasting time at all here. Antonio Goldman with the spine buster, and he's going straight forward here. Gold, stone, elbow. Right in the heart of Lemar James Jackson, and Marcus having to break it up. My God, this could be a WrestleMania main event, this one, folks. The way the electricity from this crowd, the moves being used, the star power in this one, this is insane. And now Lemar James Jackson on a chop block there to Antonio Goldman. Get another cheap shot. Congratulations. Round of applause. Cheap shot. Cheap shot there by Lemar James Jackson. And in comes Lemar Goldman here. And now, shot there. Trying to hyperextend his father's elbow. And Lemar Goldman now throwing him up the ropes in. A beautiful body slam there by Lemar Goldman. And now look at that cheap shot there again there by Lemar James Jackson. Good grief. Good grief, but Antonio Goldman able to roll out the way. And Goldman now with a drop kick. You know, Lemar sees it coming. Said, how about that? In fact, Antonio Goldman named his son after this man. He named his son after that man there on the apron. Now makes a tag, and in comes Marcus Eagle, the two best friends. And they've been friends for a long time, folks. And a springboard crook. Double foot stomp there by Marcus Eagle, and now Joey breaks it up this time. And now look at this. Oh my goodness. You get another raw fact here. Back in the day, it was Marcus Eagle, Lemar Goldman, and Justice Fitzgerald have been friends for years. Again, their fathers, Antonio, Joey, Tyrell Fitzgerald, and there's a Land of the Living Skies. Like I said, I don't know what they did that went wrong, because Justice Fitzgerald's a piece of work as well. He said Antonio Goldman said they may have put too much pressure on them. The pressure to succeed, the pressure to eclipse your father's success here in the MPWF. But he said pressure makes diamonds. And now look at that cheap shot there by Jackson and Eagle. And he's right. Marcus Eagle, the world's heavyweight champion. Lemar Goldman, the North American champion. Justice Fitzgerald, the longest reigning MPWF Women's World Champion on Annihilation. Pressure makes diamonds. And now a drop kick there by Antonio. And Antonio get a shot there at Lemar James Jackson. And another one from Marcus Eagle. And now, wait a minute, he could be looking for the Goldstone power driver on his son, on his boy, and now he's got him up here, and he's going to drop him now with the Goldstone power driver. And right there, Cedric Diggory's father on his ass, saying, my boy, with the Goldstone power driver, and all kick out. Oh my goodness. Folks, the main event. We've been watching Harry Potter on Christmas. And I'm surprised it's the first time for a reference here in the main event. But that's what it's at. New Dawn rising, and now these two men fight on the outside of the ring here. And oh my goodness, they had an incredible war at the Welcome to YouTube show. And it's continuing here. And the referee trying to tell these men to get back in the ring. And oh, wait a minute, look at who's just arrived on the stage. Oh, there's Ares, the son of Apollo. And he has been almost a hitman for the Generation of SCUM. And we saw him take out the European champion on MPWF War. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, there's Tom Sawyer and K-Knight. The two men he assaulted on MPWF War. Oh, shot with the guitar there. Slap nuts. And Ares came to get involved. And in the meantime, Antonio Goldman and Lemar Goldman have fought out the building. They have fought out the building, and Tom Sawyer and K-Knight getting their retribution on Ares. And now, wait a minute, back in the ring here, as Joe Eagle was watching on, and a chop block there by Marcus, and this six-man tag team matchup has now turned to a tag team match. We do not know where Antonio Goldman and Lemar Goldman have gone to. But we are now down to our final two men on each side of this match. And oh, there's Joe Eagle going after his son. Ares tried to make the save for the Generation of SCUM, and I said he will come out, and we're still expecting to see Phoenix Oscuro and Sakura Furukawa here in our main event. And Marcus Eagle loves at going for those kneecaps. He ain't afraid to do it. And now makes a tag, and again back to Lemar James Jackson. And Jackson now Piper extending that elbow once again here at Joe Eagle. And now look at this here. Oh God. Shot right to the eye there by Lemar James Jackson. Again, he's called Hood Violence for a reason. Again, highly educated as Lemar James Jackson. Again, think about Lemar James Jackson been fighting his entire life, folks. Again, where he grew up, you don't want to grow up. I'll put it that way. But he fought out, he went to college. He became an NCAA Division I champion in wrestling, folks. And then has come to the MPWF and has been successful ever since then. Again, we talk about that incredible United States Championship run he had. And then something interesting when he brought up the point. He was never world champion when he was a good guy. Lemar James Jackson has only been the world champion when he's been an utter piece of shit, folks. That's the only way to put it. But Joe Eagle here fighting back against Lemar James Jackson. And now, wait a minute. Joe Eagle now has Jackson on the top rope, and he's going to go for that superplex. I know he's going to stall with it, but wait a minute. Hood Violence. Oh my God. Hood Violence lands, and Joe Eagle goes face first. Again, Lemar James Jackson should be the world champion as we speak. Joe Eagle should be the champion with the bloodline off the top rope at the Welcome to YouTube show. And there's his son. So Marcus Eagle has really become a piece of work here, folks. I never expected to see this in Marcus Eagle at all. And I'm more than disappointed by Marcus. But this is who he is. This is who he's become. And he's proud of himself. He's happy with his actions. Getting those gooners everywhere that will think it's a good thing that he's got Sakura Furukawa on his side. But folks, let me tell you something about women. You don't want to be around that type of woman. Okay? You don't want to be around Sakura Furukawa. Any money you have, gone. Any dignity you have, gone. Any respect that you have, gone. That's Sakura Furukawa, folks. I'm going to tell you right now, as Papa DJ Johnny Feelgood giving you some advice, that's not who you want to be around, and that right there is disrespectful. The land of the living skies to his pops with the cover, and now Joe Eagle gets the shoulder up. What an incredible night this is. The main event for New Dawn Rising. And now Joe Eagle in trouble as there's a brain buster. And Marcus again ain't above breaking his father's neck here tonight. And now in comes Shane Carter, who's not been in this matchup too long, but he's in it now. And an elbow there to Marcus. And now knocking Lemar James Jackson off the apron. And now the one sends Marcus Eagle into the turnbuckle and a knee to the chest. And now Marcus with another knee to the face. Sorry, a knee there by Shane Carter to Marcus. And now Shane Carter going after Lemar James Jackson. And there's a lot of bad blood between these two men. And getting caught with a clothesline there. And now we see that Marcus was waiting to see what would happen, to take advantage when he could. And again, Marcus Eagle, for another Star Wars reference, is the Anakin Skywalker to Lemar James Jackson's Emperor Palpatine. And now wait a minute. Hooking the leg here. Goes Shane Carter here with the inside cradle on Marcus Eagle 2. And a kick out. And now knocking him off the apron again goes Shane Carter. Shane Carter ain't done with Lemar James Jackson. And now he's going to go for the elbow drop. And the elbow off the top to the floor there on Lemar. And now Marcus on the top turnbuckle himself with a dive, and Shane Carter moves out the way. The one has these men scouted, and now here, sleeper hold on Marcus Eagle. And now look at this. Marcus is out. Marcus is out. And now he's got to watch out for Lemar James Jackson. And now Jackson has Shane Carter here, face first there on the apron. And just like that, Lemar James Jackson can end your momentum just like that. And now again, Shane Carter needs to stop fighting both these men at once. I get it. You want to get your hands on both of them. But this ain't the move. And now Marcus Eagle now with the elbow. And again, adding insult to injury to Shane Carter. And now throws Shane Carter back inside the ring. And now Marcus knocking down Shane Carter here. And Joey wants the tag. Shane Carter unable to make it. And now throws him in again to Lemar James Jackson. Does Marcus Eagle, the MPWF World Heavyweight Champion. Again, this tag team are the two heavyweight champions of the MPWF. And a double back suplex there on Shane Carter. And now look at this. Lemar James Jackson was spinning on him. But now Joe Eagle back in the ring here. And now Joe Eagle catching him. Joe Eagle ain't gonna sprint to him, and there's a spine buster. That's a vet we're talking about. Joe Eagle ain't gonna waste no breath. And now Lemar James Jackson in trouble as Joe Eagle looking for the land of the living skies, and that's gonna be it. Land of the living skies here on Lemar James Jackson with the cover, and Marcus breaks it up at the last second. And now Joey here going straight after his son. Boy, he gonna teach his son a lesson. He gonna teach his son a lesson. Now it's breaking down, folks. This is what we're talking about. He said it was gonna break down, and it's happening right here. And now Lemar James Jackson now going back after Joey Eagle here on the outside of the ring. These men are barely even firing in the ringside area. And now Joey Eagle reversing here against Lemar James Jackson. And Joe Eagle now could be going for the bloodline. Bloodline and no! Oh no, 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 Lemar James Jackson. And now, oh God. A backdrop and Joe Eagle's knee bounced off that barricade. Get back and forth as this main event. And now the tag and Marcus Eagle back in this one. And now Marcus waiting for his pops to get to his feet, and there's the crossbody off the top rope by Marcus. And now Marcus to the top rope once again here. And now Marcus with the frog splash, but Joey moves out the way. And now Marcus now catches his father. And now wait a minute, no! Joey catching his father here again with the cover of two Generation of Eagles battling out here in the main event. And a big elbow there by Joey. And Joey's still swinging at Lemar James Jackson here. And wait a minute. He's got Lemar James Jackson and suplexes him back inside the ring here. And now Marcus sends his father all the way to the outside of the ring. And now another cheap shot to Shane Carter here. And now Marcus to the top rope. And the frog splash on Shane Carter. Again, they're not following the rules of all, folks. What to tell you, man? They are beating each other up. Lemar James Jackson is not the legal man. He's out on the inside of the ring. Shane Carter's out on the outside of the ring. And oh, man. Joey throwing Marcus onto the announce table. Wait a second here. Oh, wait, this could be... You want to talk about tough love, folks? You want to talk about tough love? A kick to the midsection. And Joey goes for the bloodline on his son. Through the table. The bloodline through the table. Joey said, don't wake up this beast. Do not wake up this beast. Good grief. Good grief. And now Shane Carter in. And Carter now with a suplex onto Marcus. And now hooking the leg to Shane Carter to win this one. Lemar James Jackson breaks it up again. And now, Lemar James Jackson get his neck hung up on the ropes. And now big clothesline there. Discus lariat by Shane Carter. And that's going to be it. With the cover here on the champion to win. Here before the Royal Rumble. And no, Marcus gets the shoulder up. Only in the MPWF will you see action like this. Only in the MPWF will you see a main event of this magnitude, folks. Incredible scenes here tonight. And now, atomic drop there to Marcus. And that one dropped him. Got him in the nether regions. And he makes a tag, and in comes Lemar James Jackson. And Jackson now knocking down Shane Carter. And cheap shot again there on Joey Eagle. Goes to Lemar James Jackson. And now, what a spine buster. That's some serious ass impact with that spine buster there by Lemar James Jackson. Trying to pin Shane Carter, and no. Lemar James Jackson has 2 wins over Shane Carter. And was looking for a 3rd. And now Jackson up the second rope, and no. Shane Carter moves out the way, and a kick to the midsection, and Carter's got it for the pile driver. 7th heaven pile driver there by Shane Carter, and Joey Eagle now. Joey was not even going to go for the cover here on Lemar James Jackson. Joey was not even going to go for the cover here on Lemar James Jackson. And wait a minute. Joey Eagle. He's going to choke him out here. He's going to put him to sleep with a cross-face chicken wing. And his son breaks it up. And a shot there. And Marcus saving Lemar James Jackson. And that right hand dropped Joey. And now Lemar making the tag to Marcus. I'm telling you, man, these kids have been saving Lemar James Jackson. Helping him out of every situation when he is about to be beat. And Joey now ain't done with Marcus. And Joey now going to teach his boy a lesson here. Preparing with people like, look at this, choking his son out here. So Joey Eagle has a nasty side to him. And wait, he's going to throw him over the barricade. And wait a minute, there's Phoenix Oscuro. And I had mentioned it, the Phoenix was coming. And wait a minute, there's Chase. Unbreakable Chase Stevens. Getting secure for a cower that injured his girlfriend Sarah Southside. And now he's going after the Cruiserweight Champion Phoenix Oscuro. And they will meet in an ambulance matchup on MPWF War. And it will be for the Cruiserweight Championship. And wait a minute, Chase Stevens has Phoenix up. Oh my God, a vertebreaker on the concrete. Vertebreaker on the concrete. And Chase now grabbing Phoenix. And oh my God. And he's sending out the trash here, folks. Phoenix getting taken out and wasn't expecting it. And Chase Stevens throwing him inside the ambulance. Chase is going to lock him in here and make sure the Phoenix don't get involved. Kane Knight and Tom Sawyer already dealt with Aries. Chase Stevens going to make sure the Phoenix Oscuro don't get involved in this matchup. And Chase Stevens getting a little bit of retribution here. Oh no, wait a minute, that's Sakura Furukawa. She is pretty, but dangerous. And Joey says, where the hell is my son? Joey Eagle looking to continue this fight with his son. And Sakura says he's not hiding from you. Follow me and you'll find him. Sakura Furukawa is a witch, folks. She is a witch. And now look at this, we're back to our matchup, folks, and we're now down to 2 here. Lemar James Jackson and Shane Carter. And there's no one left. It is just these 2 men here. And a headbutt by Shane Carter. And a strike to the midsection there of Lemar James Jackson. And again, these 2 men battled at SummerSlam when Lemar James Jackson returned. And they will respectively be in different world title matches at the Royal Rumble. But there is so much history between these 2 men. And now Shane Carter with a right hand there to Lemar James Jackson. And an overhand chop. And a right hand, and again Shane Carter fights back. And a shot to the back there by Carter. And a boot. And Carter taking down Lemar James Jackson. And I'm trying to pin the man that took the world title from him with the cover. And Jackson gets the shoulder up. What an incredible main event this has been here for New Dawn Rising, folks. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is incredible. This is, again, everything we could ever wish for here to start off 2026. And Jackson fires back there with a clothesline, dropping down Shane Carter. And now kick to the midsection here. And now Jackson off the ropes with the scissors kick. With the scissors kick, and that's got to be it to pin Shane Carter again. No, Shane Carter gets the shoulder up. Oh, Lemar James Jackson here. He can hear this capacity crowd in Honolulu going nuts for Shane Carter, and he's going to do his damnedest to cut the momentum down. He's going to do whatever he can to kill the momentum of Shane Carter. And a big clothesline again. And now Lemar James Jackson sending Shane Carter into the buckle. And oh, he misses. And a clothesline there by Shane Carter. And now Shane Carter's got Jackson up with the power. And now Shane Carter off the ropes here with the big splash. And now Shane Carter looking to end it. There's no one to save Lemar James Jackson. It is just him and Shane Carter. And Carter now with the one and only hit to Lemar James Jackson. And can Carter do it? Can he pin Lemar James Jackson? 1, 2. No, Jackson gets the shoulder up. This will be big here for Shane Carter. Carter has said that the only reason Lemar James Jackson won was because of Sakura Furukawa and Marcus Eaton. And if he can pin Jackson here, he will prove himself true. And oh, Jackson misses the elbow. And now Shane Carter grabbing it by the throat here. And now Jackson, oh, big headbutt there. And now firing back again against Shane Carter. And a big clothesline again there by Lemar James Jackson. And if Jackson gets that gut wrench powerbomb, that's it. Shane Carter though, firing back here. And now wait a damn minute, he's got him in the ropes here. And now it's Shane Carter throwing Lemar James Jackson to the outside, but Jackson hangs on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute! Oh my God, the pile driver off the apron! Oh, good Lord! Sweet Mother Mary and Joseph! A pile driver off the apron there by Shane Carter! Oh my God! To the world champ! And Carter going to the top! And Lemar James Jackson trying to get to his feet! And Carter there with a shot to the head! And oh my God, Jackson's out. You see the way he is slowly falling to his side. And Carter now gonna go for the elbow with no one left. With no one left. With the cover. 2. And he beat him. And he beat him. With no one there. Shane Carter beats Lemar James Jackson. Can you believe it? With all the Generation of SCUM out, Shane Carter proves to everyone that he could beat Lemar Jackson. What a main event, folks. And questions are going to have to be asked for Lemar Jackson. With no help, he could not beat Shane Carter, and Carter just pinned the CAW World Champion before he goes into his MPWF World Title match at the Royal Rumble. Oh my goodness, folks. My voice is going. My voice is going. What an incredible night of action. And what an incredible way to start off 2026. Look at this here. Shane Carter wasted nothing. A pile driver off the apron to the floor. Look at this. Oh my God. And then the elbow drop, the move that won Shane Carter the world title at WrestleMania 11, pins the world champion here tonight. And Shane Carter proves that he is the one here in the MPWF. Ain't no man above the legend killer. Shane Carter still is the man, and he pins Lemar Jackson. Oh my God, what is going to happen going into the Royal Rumble, folks? What the hell was that? What the hell was that, folks? Did you hear that? What the hell was that? Go to the back. What the, oh my God. What the hell just happened? Marcus says they'll hate me for the rest of my career for what I've just done. But this was for Mom. This was for you failing against Mason Gray. This was for me. Now I am free. Now I am untouchable. Did this son of a bitch just run his father over with that car? Did Marcus Eagle just hit his father with that damn car? Oh my God, folks, what the hell did we just see here? He just hit Joe Eagle with that car, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. What have we just witnessed at New Dawn Rising?